We're getting ready for our radio interview on KRFC. Our host is behind us. Cecilia, say hello.
Woohoo!
Cecilia, tell us about this show.
This is Imagine Action, and it's a show about reaching out into the community and sharing information with our community and hearing about how people are putting things into action. And that's where people have ideas and they have things that they bring to fruition and they share them on our show.
Excellent. My partner Derek over here. Derek, are you excited? Have you been on the radio before?
This is the first time. First time I've been on the radio.
Really?
Yeah, it's very excited. I'm looking forward to working with the master, so very excited.
He's talking about me.
This is KRFC Fort Collins, and I am really excited because we have two very interesting guests in the studio tonight. So I am going to say welcome, Paul and Derek. Paul, can you tell us, just introduce yourself and tell us about your new venture?
I would love to, Cecilia, and thank you so much for having us into the studio. My partner Derek Kuhn and I are just really, really pleased to be here on KRFC. I listen to the radio station and I love it, so it's a pleasure to be here. I am the author and creator of the Green Radventures of Nico, a kids' book app for a greener planet.
Nice.
Our goal is to foster respect and love for the earth, and we do that through character-driven storybook apps that are available on iDevices, iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. And they are extremely interactive stories that have music and voice actors and an original song with each and every one. And the first one that's available in the App Store now, the Green Radventures of Nico, is designed to teach kids more about reducing, reusing, and recycling, the 3 R's. And also to teach kids that whenever we throw things away, they go somewhere. They don't just disappear from our sight. They actually end up in a landfill. So we need to not only consider where we put our refuse and where we put our waste, but maybe from the beginning consider what we're taking so that we're not being wasteful in the way that we consume things.
Right.
They're very fun stories, and like I said, our goal is to foster love and respect for the earth, and we just want to show how amazing this planet is, and we should protect it and take care of it.
Excellent, excellent, very nice. Thank you for that. And Derek, can you introduce yourself and tell us about your venture as well?
I'm Derek with Green Radventures. I'm partners with Paul. We are co-founders of the app, and Paul did a great job describing, the overall mission and what we're all about. I think that the key for me in all of this is my son, when he was 1 year old, that was a year ago, he slid open my iPhone and started programming and playing with it and started playing Angry Birds. Do you know the game Angry Birds? Have you played that at all?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, he's so good at it, he actually embarrasses adults, so we try not to, let him play too often with adults. But, the genesis for this, for me, came from, he played a lot of interactive games, but the idea occurred to me, and having met Paul previously, that wouldn't it be wonderful if we could find a way to take, instead of a game-focused mentality on the iPad and the iPhone, to teaching kids that same level of fun, but teaching them a better mission and a better story. And taking care of the earth is exceptionally important to me, and it is to Paul as well. And that's sort of where we met up and started from there.
Okay, so actually applying some reality or some context to the interactivity.
Yeah, hurling, Angry Birds at structures.
It's fun.
It's fun, yeah, there's no doubt. That's very entertaining. But at the end of the day, my son starts hurling, pet birds and stuffed birds around the house. I'm not so sure that's the behavior I want him to emulate,
Right.
long term.
Right, exactly. Okay, well, thank you for that, Derek. Paul, what was your inspiration for this book?
Every day that I wake up, I really am amazed that we're here. This planet is 23,000 miles or so in circumference. If it was 10% less or 10% more, it doesn't look the same. We're not here. we're 93 million miles away from the sun. If we're 10% closer or 10% further away, we wouldn't be here. The elements that have come together, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, argon, all the things that make up our environment, if they're just a little bit different, we're not here. And we look everywhere we possibly can to find anything that looks somewhat similar to this beautiful, living, breathing planet. And we can't find anything. I mean, we send a robot to Mars. We spend billions of dollars to land a robot on Mars to look to see if there ever was water. If there ever was if water ever existed on that planet. And we have so much water here, it's falling on our heads and bringing down tree branches a couple months ago.
That's
you
a
know?
really good point.
I mean,
Yeah.
this place it's magical. We're in the midst of a magical place, and we should jump up and down and scream with every breath we take.
That's right. I agree.
And so, you know, I just, I'm inspired by being here. I'm inspired when I wake up in the morning, and I read a story that talked a little bit about sustainability, and I've been inspired by people in Fort Collins, the people who run the Rocky Mountain Sustainable Living Fair. John and Amelia Long got me involved with that. Luke and Cynthia Erickson got me involved with that, and you know, it really got me into this idea, and I've always loved to write, so I figured I'd take my love for the fact that I'm here and combine that with my love for writing. And then Derek came along and helped me turn that into a more advanced technology, which is great.
Yeah, it sounds like it's really blossomed. Now, this app, you mentioned when we first started, you mentioned, is it Green Reader?
No,
It's
that
an app on the iPad.
the app goes right through. Our app goes right from the App Store. The App Store. The thing that I was showing her the developer guide, the iTunes developer guide, and that's on an app called Goodreader, and it's just all a part of these amazing tablets that are coming out. You know, we chose to start off with the Apple tablets. Just, you know, we had to make a decision. We were going to go Android or Apple, and we decided to go Apple from the beginning. And the amazing thing is I started this off because I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter as well, and I thought, you know, it'd be great to have a song with every story that's custom designed with each and every story, and each of our stories with the Green Radventures of Nico has a song specifically for the story. I wanted to make it interactive. I wanted to have voice work. You know, I've been on the radio for 15 years. I know how to put together audio. It's like, hey, I know the actors. We can get actors. Each character has their own separate voice. I wanted this to be a full, immersive, multimedia experience, and so we set it up to be on the web. Well, a lot of kids at the age group that we're looking at, 4 to 12 years old, they don't spend a lot of time on the web, and they don't curl up at the end of the day with a laptop.
Right.
But with these tablets, they're starting to curl up with these, and it won't be long before every child has one of these devices, or almost every child has one of these devices as a part of their lives.
Yeah, I really think that this is definitely a frontier, and this is something huge. I mean, it just seems like it's just ready to blow up. It's just it's happening now. And it's really exciting because it's something that it's so, it just seems like everyone should be doing it now. I mean, you showed me the application, and where you had the different interactive pages. And you talked about some of, you recorded some of those.
Yeah,
Or
that's
all of them. You took different pieces of them.
That's exactly
And-
right. Exactly right. Yeah. So, for example, there's the one animation that really inspired us is on one of the pages where we show how the landfill actually grows, and basically the characters are looking at the landfill and says the landfill is huge and growing every day. And I had to come up with sort of a rumbling sound effect to make it grow. So I was sitting there with my headphones on my microphone, and I went. And I just blew into the microphone, and I put some effects onto that. And then that became the sound effect for that one.
Wow.
There's another one where a car drives out of the screen, and so I stood on the corner of Cherry and Wood Street here in Fort Collins and waited till a car drove up and turned my microphone on and recorded it and turned it into an MP3 and sent it over to our programmer. So
Very nice.
it's been an amazing labor of love, and it's such a beautiful mix of really showing incredible respect for the earth and all of its natural assets with the most advanced technological things that we have available to us today as consumers.
Mm-hmm.